Welcome back, boys. This is the best playbooks in Madden 26 video, and if you want to throw touchdowns just like this, calling really good plays just like this, then stay till the end of the video, man. See y'all in the videos. Alright, boys, before we hop into the playbooks, I just want to show you guys, this is my team now. We got crazy abilities in offense now. We have literally like full short ends, like my quarterback's got gunslinger, playmaker, a little gambit on there. But then now we got short ends everywhere, man. So for the sake of the video, to show you guys different plays and all that stuff, I'm going to take off my short ends just so it's not like too crazy. I know for you Regs guys, if you guys don't have short end, it's a very good ability. Route tech and short end, very good. I'm going to take off my dons just so I'm not getting super set of this game. But yeah, on defense, man, we got like all mid zones and pick artists now. I don't really know what other abilities to use. Kind of looking at inside shades, that type of stuff. But yeah, man, this is the team. We got 50 Giants, 50-0 chill, and now let's show you guys some playbooks. All right, boys. First offense we're going to go over is the Kansas City Chiefs offense. As you can see here, it's got the bunch X nasty. It's got a very unique bunch X nasty. You know, you probably play this formation a lot online. It's got different good plays like drive halfback under, which you guys saw in the intro clip. X cross. It's got some other good plays more down here, like mesh spot, spacing switch. That's the best play in Madden the entire years by far. Spacing switch. Y flat goal line, man. RIP. If you guys didn't know, Y flat goal line was like a glitched little flat route that used to be crazy. So we lost that play, but still a good playbook. It's got other stuff like bunch spread nasty. Trio Y flex, man. This is one of my favorite formations in the entire game. I'm not going to go over it too much in Kansas City. You know, you guys will see later what we got for this. But very good playbook. Got the bunch strong nasty. And that motion corn dog play, we're going to go over it. That is one of the best plays in the game. It looks silly. You know, not single route going downfield. Looks silly, but it's very good. The wild trip's nasty. If you played match 25, you know that this was a nasty RPO. This RPO read wide flat was nasty last year. And then they got other good plays like PA double post and that type of stuff. So there you guys go, man. Not really too much over here. You know, they just got this tight off inside zone, or duo, I should say, which is cool, but nothing too crazy in these other formations. Kind of sticking between those ones I showed you guys. And then, man, the pistol bunch tight end. This is a special formation, man. They have the verticals. I typically don't run the verticals too much, but, man, halfback zone and speed option are two of the best runs in the entire game, especially in the red zone, which we'll go over that as well. So, yeah, man, very, very good playbook. Not really too much single back or anything like this, but let's hop into it, man. So, first play I want to go over, man. Drive halfback under. You guys saw in the intro clip. It's the best play in the game right now, in my opinion. Maybe besides spacing switch, that might be the only one that mogs it, but it's a very, very good playbook. So, or very good play. So, first play, I have a lot of setups for this, man. So, the one you guys saw in the intro is a post and RB, streak on Chad Johnson. I'd put a wheel or I put a drag on Donald Parham. Kind of depends what I'm feeling. And then I like to stem up that post. I can't show it because it's team mode, but I stem up that post twice. I'm going to hike this ball, try and get enough time to throw it. You're going to see, boom, just like that. The outside third gets pulled by that sharp corner. That's what sharp corners are very, very good at. They're very good at holding the outside thirds and keeping them from guarding deep. You're going to see here, Malik Neighbors, he doesn't really run it that well because he gets bumped. See, bumping happens way too much in Madden. Got to fix that. We're going to see here, it's just that one step, bro. Just if you look at Adderley, my 96 speed outside corner, once he takes one step to look at him, it's over. We're throwing a touchdown Deion Sanders right over him. Just easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It's easy, just like that. And then what I love for this play is its power versus man-to-man coverage, man. It's insane. If you ever play someone who's super toxic online and they're running man-to-man every single play, every play, man, right? We can go ahead, call it drive halfback under. Go ahead, get a little press, shade down action, right? This is a great defense, honestly. If you are struggling on defense, honestly, mix in a little two-man under, shade down. We're going to drag our tight end, streak him, hike the ball, and we're going to live by these flats, man. The tight end drag and the running back, like little in route, that's the other part of this play. It's got that little in route that just beats every coverage. From Josh Jacobs, it just beats every single coverage. So we're going to call it again. You're going to see here, man, I'll try and throw him this time. Hopefully it doesn't get too bumped. He just runs faster than any like linebacker that's going to guard him. I don't know how that just came in free. I'm going to leave that in there because that was hilariously fast. Just from a simple two-man underlook, that's the EA blocking, bro. That's the Madden 26 blocking right there. Let's do that again. And there you go. You're gonna see Josh Jacobs, who's not really known for really beating man or anything like that. He just absolutely fries man coverage for a huge gain. So there you guys go, man. That's my favorite steps for this play. The next play I want to go over, man. It's this bunch strong nasty corn dog, man, we can do a lot of cute things with this. I'm going to show you guys a little glitch. I'm going to show you guys a little special something. We're going to pick any play in bunch. I always come out in bunch no matter what, right? Don't really change it up too much. We're going to pick a simple, let's start with the cover 4, right? Just a simple cover 4. You know, that's what everyone online runs, right? We're going to come out in bunch, right? We're going to audible to motion corn dog. And as soon as we audible to motion corn dog, we're going to put Chad Johnson on a slot route. So if you guys remember from the corn dog play art, he's going to become an outside receiver. So I'll literally just audible to show you guys. He goes to be an outside receiver, right? We can only put him on outside receiver routes, you know, C route, the bad streak. No one likes the streak. The C routes, man, it's 2025. We don't put C routes anymore. Baby out routes, like we don't use those routes anymore, right? So we're going to reset the play, right? We're going to come out here, audible to corn dog, and we're going to instantly put him on a corner route like that. Boom. Slot corner route. Any route that's motioning or like anything like that, like it's a pre-snap motion play, if you hot route it, right, before you audible, you can put them on the slot routes. So like, well, not the slot routes, but any route that they were at when you are doing the audible or doing the hot route, I should say, that's what he'll go to. So he's going from a slot receiver in bunch to an outside receiver. If we do the hot routes fast enough, he's going to be considered a slot receiver, right? So we can set up a play around this, like literally just a play like this. You know, we got the good running back, little crab route, whatever people call it. I don't know where it goes behind the line of scrimmage, right? And now we're just going to get leverage, bro. We're literally just going to throw Chad Johnson on a slot apprentice corner route underneath like any deep blue and outside any curl flat. Because you see that curl flat? We're in dollar, man. This is like the best curl flats you're going to get, right? You know, that's what dollar's known for, is being able to guard the sidelines because we have slot corners, not linebackers, right? But he has no chance. He's in a purple. You can see my play art. He's in a purple. And we're going to throw it freeform outside every single time. Champ Bailey's going to take a terrible angle, and we're going to get a lot of yards every single time. We can abuse stuff like that, man. We can put him on slot fades. So if I wanted to do a little like combination like this, where like, let's say we put a slot fade on him, streak, stem up a corner on our tight end, flat our running back, something like this, man. Get out here, and he's going to get super pulled. You know, everyone's got mid-zone defense, so everyone's lit up and reacted, right? But you can see here from the instant replay, this slot fade is going to do way better job of pulling that outside quarter deep than like, let's say any type of regular streak that has to go like the little like outside fade run. You know what I'm saying? Any like typical outside receiver route you could put is not going to be as good as a slot fade at pulling this. You see Champ Bailey, he's in no man's land. He has no chance of making this play. Donald Parham, in between all the curl flats, yellows, and deep blues, gets wide open. So very, very simple but effective tactic. And then one more thing I want to show you guys. It's pretty similar to the last play. We'll dive into this trio. We're going to be calling the play. Oh, where is it? We're going to be calling the play motion out and up. One of my favorite plays in the entire game. We're going to come out here. This time, instead of coming out bunch wide side to audible to bunch strong nasty, we're going to come out bunch short side. Just like this. We're going to pick a cover 4, whatever. You know, it doesn't really matter. All right. Going to go click over here. Audible to our motion out and up. And you're going to see here, Deion Sanders is going over there. We can do the same exact thing we were doing before. Put him on a hot routed slot fade or slot corner out, right? So we're actually gonna be able to stem this down and throw this versus any like type of zone and stuff like that. But that tight end route on the left side, I'll show you guys versus man in the next clip, but it's insane. As you can see there, same thing. Kind of overthrew a little bit, but still got inbounds. That corner out when you can motion out like that or whatever, not really motioning him out, but you guys know what I mean. It is insane. And now let's show you guys that route versus man. So this is honestly one of the reasons I ran this playbook. Let me just come out here. One of the reasons I really even thought of running Chiefs was because of how good this route is versus man-to-man. You know, we can call mid blitz here, everyone's favorite man-to-man play, right? We can go over here, audible to motion out and up, set up whatever we want to do, set up, you know, this is one of my ebook setups, not to give you guys too much free game, set up like this, maybe even block our running back for extra time versus mid blitz, right? Hike this, just look at Donald Parham. He doesn't have short end. This is not because Donald Parham's some insane tight end. I could literally have a gold card and he would do the exact same thing. He fries every type of man coverage. Any type of man. I don't know. That's Antrell Roll, who's actually not the best man-to-man safety. But, dude, any type of man-to-man is going to get super fried by this. It's just really, honestly, one of the best plays in the entire game at beating man. Just because of how good. As you see there, I got a little flipped drag route if you guys saw that. But right here, man. Boom. Donald Parham. I could call this 1,000 times in a row. He's going to win every single time. So there you guys go, man. Those are 3 of my favorite plays in the Kansas City Chiefs offense. Got a lot of stuff I love in this, man. It's one of the most effective playbooks in the entire game. So that is number one for me, in my opinion, right now. All right, boys, if you guys like any of the schemes you guys see today, man, you can go over to MaddenTurf.com using code 88 for now 20% off. We upgraded from 10%, now we're at 20% off for you guys. It's got a bunch of good stuff, man. You can see here we got guides from me, Dubby, Skimbo, Man Elite, CC, man. We got a bunch of offenses and defenses up, man. All the stuff I'm showing you guys is going to be up there, man. And then pretty much we got some college guides as well from Man Elite, Skimbo, Dubby, myself. Like, we all got stuff up there, man. If you guys want to see what a guide looks like, we can go ahead, click on this Madden, or click on the Chiefs one right here. And you can see here, man, you're going to get, obviously, the Chiefs offense from me. And you're going to get in-depth breakdowns, basic advanced setups, HD video tutorials, man, season-long updates. This is what I'm very good at. If anything changes in the game, you will see it. You will see it updated. Like, just for example, I'm going to make a video. After I film this, I'm going to make a video updating the new abilities I'm using on offense for any of my MUT players out there who are using the Zero Chill promo. So be on the lookout for that, boys, and I will see you guys in the gameplays. All right, boys, in this video, we're going to break down the Jaguars offense. Just a quick little preview, man. We got Bunch X Nasty, obviously. I think pretty much all these playbooks are going to have Bunch X Nasty. That shouldn't be a shocker. It's the best offense in the game. They added this new bunch tight end week. It's not that crazy of a passing formation, but they have a shotgun duo, which is very good because it's very hard to shoot those. Have that very cool play, spacing X wheel. And they got RPO read bubble, man. Very good plays. They have a bunch tight end. They don't have the RPO, unfortunately, but they do have a bunch tight end with the motion play. All that type of cool stuff. And then really the bread and butter of Jaguars is the Jaguars Trio close. You know, the new formation this year, it was in college, it was in CFB 26, now it's in Madden 26. Very good formation for attacking zone coverage. And then doubles flex, man, one of the best offenses in the game. The best inside zone in Madden is right here. That is the best inside zone in the game. The PA snag, all that other stuff, man. They got motion, angle wide wheel, dig under, man. Just insane plays from this offense. Got a little bunch spread nasty, man. This is like an ADHD person's wet dream, bro. Like, there is just so many formations to go to. See, even like ones that aren't even that good, like tight doubles is like an okay formation, but like we aren't even going to talk about that because of how good trips tight end is. It has an insane trips tight end. All the QB runs, all this other stuff, man. PA counter go, China Y post, drive post, one of the best plays in the game. Just so many good plays. And then even for the red zone, they got empty quads, man. I know all of you have played empty quads in head-to-head ranked or head-to-head seasons. You have played empty quads, man. Every bot runs it. But it's got this insane RPO alert, man. It's the QB blast. They have so much in this playbook. Not really much under center. Really nothing good here, but let's start going into some plays, man. So I'm not going to go over any Bunch X Nasty because we're going to go over that in other formations. But, I mean, just know that they have a very, very solid one. Very good one. This new formation, man. Bunch tight end weak. They had this new play called Spacing X Wheel. We're actually going to go ahead, call literally any zone in the game. Let's go just to cover 4 again, just to make it simple for you guys. Go to C4. We're actually going to switch sides on this one for this play. Because, you know, you want to run your strong side to the wide side typically. And one simple side for this play is just simply streaking square, putting the Y on a crosser or a post, whatever you like. And then putting it tight end on a drag or a turnaround, just like this. And we're just going to stare at B. We're going to stare at B. He's going to get open versus literally every type of zone. It's going to do good versus match as well. It's just one of the best like plays in the game that they just randomly kind of added. You're going to see this play is also effective versus match coverage. We got a little match coverage on defense, man. You're going to go ahead and do the same exact setup, man. Streak, crosser, return route. And square is going to get open just above all those little deep blues, man. You got to throw it a little early, but pretty much, man, that crosser pulls all the other guys the other side, and he's going to be wide open. So this play literally attacks all zones, right? And then it also beats all 4 quarters matches. So that's not a bad play by any means. And then you got the duo and the RPO to go along with that. Don't need to show you guys that. You guys know how good those are. The next play I want to go over, man, is doubles flex Y off close. Very popular formation this year. Motion dig under, man. If you guys don't know about this play, I genuinely do not know how to stop this play. And we are really, really late in the year. We're just going to call it random defense. And the setup you can do for this, let's actually respot it real quick to the left side. You want to always have, like I said, strong side on the wide side, baby. Strong side on the wide side. So, just like this, man, we're going to stem up B on his in route. Put a wheel on Donald Parham, the tight end wheel. And then streak our running back. Going to look exactly like this. Very popular setup last year, and it's still good this year because this is the best route in the game. You know, I feel like I'd say that a lot. You gotta use a lot of hyperbole on YouTube, but yeah, man, this route right here, I genuinely don't know how to stop this. Someone could probably play me and throw it 100 times in a row. You literally need to cross-man it to stop it, and even then it beats it half the time. This is my outdated Dante Thornton, who's not supposed to be on the field, but forgot to sub in Deion Sanders. You're gonna see, man, it just gets open. He literally gets open every play. Like, it's just a speed drag that runs very fast. And to go along with him, we have, the slot fade, right? And then we also have a nice little high-low concept on the right. So let's say they actually bag us pretty crazily right there. We actually should have done a running back route. So let's call that one more time to not look stupid. Our running back route's pretty much going to be open. If the in route's not open, you can see there we can pass it out, possession catch it away from the yellow zone. Going to be easy reads. And then I'm trying to get us a rep where we actually get to throw our in route. I don't know if we're going to get that one. Typically, I'll go ahead and shade down real quick, but when dudes try and stop this route, or just this play really, by shading down or anything like this, like let's say they just run cover 4, shade down, right? Pretty common defense you play online. We're going to have so much space to fit in this in route, man, because all the deep blues go deep, and if they try to stop that little flat route, like shade down yellows, 5-yard yellows, in route's going to be wide open. So this play really attacks all levels of the defense from doubles flex. So there you guys go, man. And then let's go over to the trips, man. Or actually, let's go to the wide trio, man. The wide trio, man, insane. The new formation this year, you can attack it so well. It's very good at picking up stunts. So like if you play someone, they watch the Mr. Football stunt video, right? They watch the Mr. Football stunt video. They're coming out in cover 4 quarters, stunting you every play. When you call this PA cross switch play from the Jaguars wide trio, it's gonna pick up the stunts about as well as anything in the game, right? So you can call this to pick up the stunts, right? And then you can call a play like this where we post the tight end, streak the slot, drag the outside, streak the running back, slot fade the solo. A play like this, man, it's going to do a great job against man, zone, match, decent right there. Probably not the best read ever, but, match did go a little crazy right there. Let's run that again. The tight end's typically going to get it decently open versus match coverage, just like this. There you go, boom. Let's actually get them out of match real quick. Let me just go ahead and shade up or something. But you're going to see here, man, we are not getting stunted. Let's actually go ahead and spread our D-line. That would probably help. Hop on this dude. We are still not going to get stunted. We're just going to keep calling this pretty play similar to Dagger. If you guys played other years of Madden where bunch strong is really popular, Dagger is an insane play. Very good in this year's game as well. But yeah, man, this concept right here where we're just attacking all levels of the zone, it's going to do very, very well against any type of cover 4, cover 2, cover 3, just literally all of it. It's going to do a great job. The running back streak, the drag, or the tight end post are just, one of those is going to be open unless you're playing fancy. One of those is going to be open. So there you guys go, man. That's a quick breakdown of a few plays from Jaguars, and I'll see you guys in the next playbook. All right, boys. The third playbook we're going to go over is the Benkert Dimes. If you guys don't know what Benkert Dimes is, it's the newest playbook in the game. It's created by Kurt Benkert, a former NFL quarterback. He works for the EA, and he got to make a whole playbook selected with his best plays. Got to create a few plays that are in no other playbook, so kind of crazy, kind of glitchy, but very nice to see. And as you can see here, the one thing it lacks is volume. They have no single back, no iPhone close. This one doesn't even have a stretch. Got no runs, man. We need to work on the runs, Benkert. But man, these shotgun formations, there's not many. There's like, what, 9 or 8 of them? I don't even know. They're really, really nice. So doubles Y off, tray empty, don't care. They're kind of cool. They got some cool stuff that I see him run on his stream. That's how you get this playbook, is by watching his stream. But we're going to focus on bunch X nasty and bunch tight end. I'm pretty sure when he made this playbook, I think he literally clicked at the custom playbook screen where you can create your own playbook in Madden. He just went to bunch X nasty and hit select all. He just selected every good play. I'm telling you, this has every good play that's in Jags, Chiefs, any other good bunch, Jets. It has all of the plays, man. He has every good plays. Dude, RIP, Y-Flat goal line. But he has all the plays, man. Every single play. Even plays that are only another, like, one of the playbook. Like this play down here. Let me find it real quick. Return whip switch. It's only in Niners. It's got an insane post route. It's only in Niners, and now it's in Benkert Dimes playbook, man. So very nice to see that he got to create such a good playbook. And then if you look at the bunch tight end, he hit select all over here as well. He added every good play. He's got a sharp post on spacing. Got this cheat tight end hitch halfback seam play. One of the best wheel routes in the game. And then what else? Oh, we got the RPO bubble. Can't forget about that one. I'll show you guys that one too. But yeah, he's got mesh. We got PA verticals, off tackle whips. Great plays from last year. Just pretty much every good bunch end play. Got some other stuff over here. Like this set of plays right here. I like that trail halfback sneak play. It's kind of cool. Wide trips weak. I mean, the motion seam swirl play is fine. You can do some things out of it. Doubles flex, normal off close. I don't think I call those ever. I don't think I've literally every single play call of any of those plays. So we're gonna focus on the bunch though. That's if you're running the Benkert Dimes, you're calling for the bunch. So let's show you guys my favorite bunch plays, which is the motion halfback choice. Let's go ahead, hop into it. If you play someone that's calling like safeties pinch and close, like I tell everyone to do, is pinch and close on them safety so you don't give up seams and all that stuff. Well, the one thing you might give up is a Benkert Dimes mesh halfback choice route. So the reason this play is good is because of that inside fade. We don't like any of the other routes. We don't like our tight end motions. We don't like whatever B's on. We don't like that corner out on square. We don't like any of that. We're gonna go ahead, stem down Deion Sanders. You can't really see it, but I stemmed him down a little bit so he runs his post, or not post, his inside fade a little better. We're gonna streak circle just like that. Post the tight end, stem him all the way down. I personally like to return route neighbors on the solo side. Then I like to put a swing or a table route on Josh Jacobs. Doesn't really matter. Just something going into the flats, you know? And we're going to hike this play with the goal of bombing cover 3 and forcing them to run like cover 4 or have other zones down the field, right? So we're going to hike it just like this. You're going to see, man, Deion Sanders, he crosses Deion Sanders' face, and we get to throw him for a wide open touchdown. That's because that outside third just does not have a chance of guarding that. You know, he's just too close. He doesn't have enough space to back up. So, like, he's going to get here, and, like, he kind of has to pick between which route he wants to guard. And he's always going to stay kind of going deeper towards the streak, which is going to allow us to just throw this fade to the pass lead left and just throw it for a touchdown. It's a very, very consistent bomb. It's very nice, too, because it's not like the first play went over in Chiefs where, like, you got to, like, wait for the post to get open and stuff like that. This one, dude, as long as you see him cross his face, it's over with, bro. As long as you see that animation or that path by our slot receiver, Deion Sanders, it's over. He's running inside of him in front of the safety. It's over. Just pass it to the left. Freeform if you have to. Throw it for a touchdown. Just a very, very effective play. It really forces them to run cover 4 and stuff like that. And even if they do run cover 4, I know the defense has mid zone now, but like if you play like Regs and stuff like that where they don't have the KO abilities, let's say you're playing someone, right, and they run like a cover 4 look like this, right, from their safeties. You can literally throw this just in between the safeties like that. Now, we actually even caught it because I got my little PLE ability on Josh Allen right now, but it's a very tight throw in mud right now. But man, I promise you, in Regs or CFM, whatever you guys are playing, where there's no mid-zone KOs, you can throw that every time, man. It's very nice. So that's the first play. That was the mesh HB choice. Sorry, not mesh. Motion HB choice. Motion HB choice. There you go. The next one I want to go over is the X cross, man. This is a play from Chiefs. I actually did not go over it in the Chiefs video. You know, wanted to save some of the glitchy bunch plays for this. Let's go ahead, call any type of cover 4. Perfect right there. So the reason this play is better than a typical, you know, corner out play is because this corner out goes way more shallow than the other corner out. So you see this one goes to the 29-yard line, right? Like where you see like where the route ends, it's the 29-yard line, right? If you did a typical stem down corner, stem down slot route, whatever, he's going to go to about the 23, right? So this one's like 5 to 6 yards more shallow, right? Which doesn't really sound like a crazy difference, but it actually kind of is. You know, it makes it very hard to switch stick this route. So like if you played someone running like cover 4 quarters, shade down or whatever, like cover 4 drop shade down, that outside quarter from Champ Bailey has no chance. This route's going to be open by 15 yards, just like that. So like if you play someone who's spamming hard flats to stop your little baby routes, like, you know, this play also has the running back, crab route, I guess. The running back crab route. He's going to get underneath the purple. So let's say they don't shade down. Let's say they leave the purple. He's going to match onto the corner route just like that. We're going to throw our running back just like that. You know, that was an insane tackle from flat, whatever your name is. Good stuff, man. But typically, man, you're going to be able to just catch this for like 6 yards, 7 yards, and then just get loose, man, just like this. You know, get a little bursty of that joystick, that type of stuff, and get 10, 15 yards off yak. And then also has this backside little route right here, this little backside crossing route, just like that. Easy reads. And then another thing you can mix in too, because like typically right now, all we're doing is streaking the tight end, slot fading Deion Sanders. If we're playing someone who's shading down, you know, because they're trying to stop all of our drags and all that other stuff, because bunch is built around shallow routes. You know, one of my favorite things to do is, I mentioned in the Chiefs video, is run a play like this, right, where we just have shallow routes, right? Make the zones come down, right? And then when they start shading down, that's when you can mix in stuff like the stemmed up curl. So, right, the defense is going to shade down right here. We're going to call this play, and Donald Parham's going to be open by 20 yards, you know. We're pretty much baiting the defense into shading down so we can get a big play of X cross. So that's the point of this play. The running back route, insane. The corner route, insane. Super hard to switch stick. The next play we want to go over, or I'm going to go over, is, where is it? The mesh spot play. One of my favorite plays in the game. I ran this at the beginning of the year for a little different reason. This is how I ran at the beginning of the year. I remember this Ebooks set up exactly, had Skoma running it. This, still a good setup. You know, you got 2 flats on the outside, 2 wheels. It's similar to like a Madden 22 play where we would spam wheels and throw them, which you still can do. Still a fine setup, right? But this new tech, man, this new setup we got is streaking the solo, dragging the tight end, return routing Chad Johnson, and putting Deion Sanders on a streak or maybe even a curl route if you're feeling crazy. You know, like I said, man, if they're shading down, slap a curl out there and believe in it, man. But for the purpose of this, we'll put him on a streak. This is a great play of QB Playmaker. If you guys don't have QB Playmaker on your QB and MUT, you're playing the game wrong, unfortunately. I know it's a big thing that not a lot of people use, but I think everyone should be having QB Playmaker, man. It's very, very good. So let's go ahead, hike this play. You're going to see tight end, open. That running back wheel is going to pull that curl flat and cover 4 all the way upfield. And then what's going to be awesome too is it pulls it upfield, but it also gets past it, man. It also gets past that curl flat. We're going to fit that in right under Herb Adderley in his deep quarter because we got that streak to pull the quarter deep, and then we got that drag to maybe pull that curl flat shallow or anything like that. So pretty much any type of zone coverage is impossible to guard the streak, wheel, and the tight end drag. No zone in the game, maybe match, I guess, if you consider that zone. But none of those, unless they adjust perfectly and, you know, have perfect zone drops, all that stuff, this just will not get guarded. And even if it does, we can playmaker our tight end up the field just like that. So that's why we use QB Playmaker. You know, if anyone's running shade down zones, you know, let's say someone just got a Justy on us, right? They got like Herb Adderley. Let's say they shaded down, ran cover 2. They got a cloud flat stemmed up out here to guard the running back route. Man, like they played a perfect defense for this play. They just guessed right. They got us. They bagged us good, right? They can do all that, and then we can just playmaker the tight end up, roll out the pocket, throw it to him, and catch it outside or inside of that cloud flat, right? That's why QB Playmaker's so good. That's why this play is so good. That's why mesh spot's just insane for using Playmaker. So there you guys go, man. And then the other part of this playbook is the bunch tight end, man. This bunch tight end is insane. So I always come out in bunch for the purpose of this. I'll come out short side, just like this. Call literally in play defense. Doesn't matter. It's unguardable. Audible to the RPO. Audible it. You gotta audible it to put this flat. When you audible to this play, you'll be able to put a flat on Malik Neighbors, and boom, you'll be able to throw your flat. Just like that, man. And you're gonna get knocked out by Deion Sanders, the 99 overall in mid zone, flat zone. Pick guard is Deion Sanders. But typically, man, this play's pretty good. You know, you're gonna throw this out there. Might get tackled and something like that, but let's say if they ran more of like a mug look, you know, which everyone loves to run. They all like that mid blitz. You know, they all watch the double mug video, right? I'll call this mid blitz play. Come over here, audible to bunch tight end, put a flat just like this, and you're gonna see very, very nice results from this play. That's not one of them. That is one thing as well. You probably should be wanting to run your RPOs to the better handoff side of your quarterback. You know, this time I'm running it to the right, so we're handing it off to the right, which is not Josh Allen's best release or best handoff, I guess you would say. So you can see there, it's getting a lot of stutter, all that not good stuff. Where if we actually flip this and ran it so it's supposed to be called, where the running back is going towards his like good side to hand it off to. Pretty much righties hand it off better going to the left, and lefties hand off better going to the right. So like this, we're not going to get that clunky animation. We're going to be able to just throw it out there easily every single time. So there you guys go, man. That is the RPO that really just encapsulates this whole playbook right here. One of the best bunches, the best bunch and the best bunch hit on. So, all right, boys, this playbook, you guys probably would never guess it. It is the Cleveland Browns offensive playbook. You probably don't know a single person that runs this. I barely know anyone that runs it, but I've played it in the FCS, and it's not that bad. You can see here, we have a bunch X nasty, shocker, right? But we have a PAX whip play, which is good. You know, play actions are very good at blocking stuns. And then the double post halfback corner play, that's a new play in the game. This is the only playbook with that play. I actually don't think it's that good because there's an auto motion, or not an auto motion. Your quarterback has an auto drop back, so when you hike the ball, you cannot run. Even though it does have that sharp post, not a play I would really recommend running too much. And then the rest of the bunch is the straight up Chiefs. It's the same as Chiefs bunch. It's got drive under, X cross, that little double out play, which is not that bad, mesh spot, space and switch, RIP Wi-Fi goal line. But it's got all those plays, right? But really the bread and butter is that it has a very, very elite bunch. And then you go over here, it's got 1, 2, 3 trips tight ends. Now Trio Y Flex is not a trips tight end, but you guys get the idea, right? And that's really why this playbook is so good, is because all these trips tight end bubbles are insane. You can see the audibles I have here are just inside zone, drive post, bubble, and PSL corner. Trips tight end flex, if you played Madden 25, you still probably have a headache from trying to stop motion Y post, the best play in the game last year. And then Trio Y Flex, man. We already went over a little bit of this in the Chiefs playbook, but very similar. You can run that bubble, all that stuff. We'll go over it, man. So let's start. So we're gonna come out and bunch short side to audible to trips so we can get our trips to the wide side. And we're gonna audible to this bubble right here, the Trio Y Flex, man. The Trio Y Flex. We're gonna go ahead, come out in it, put Dante Thornton on a flat route, do all that stuff. You do a little untargeting stuff to make sure you get your bubble to work very well. Boom, Dante Thornton gets out there. He's not the best guy because he can't speed boost and all that stuff, but not that bad, right? Now, another thing you got to realize, or know, I guess, is that when you call the trips head and flex RPO, one of the best RPOs in the game, if you audible to it, you can't put him on a flat, but if you come out in it, you can put him on a flat. So what the move really is to put him on a flat just like this, right? You know, call your RPO, get a lot of yards just like that, right? Get out of there, Dante Thornton, right? Or, oh, well, you can do that, and then you can mix in audible into the Trio Y Flex, so you can do the same thing in here, put him on a bubble. It's not letting me do that, actually. I don't know why it's not letting me do that, but you can do the same thing by putting, you know, audible into Trio Y Flex, putting him on a bubble, throw your tight end route just like that. You can really abuse all the trips, tight end bubbles while still having that elite bunch. You know, that's really what this playbook is good for. It's for you trips guys, all you guys that like to run this little trips tight end. You can just kind of come out and trips tight end flex and audible to whatever you want to call in these other playbooks. I'll go over drive post real quick. One of the best plays in the game, honestly, at just throwing like short yardage stuff. Pretty much, you literally can call it stock. You can block your running back or put him on a table route, whatever, and it's called stock because these in routes are very good. They just get inside leverage every time. And that post, which we're going to block running back so we get time to throw it this time. That's Dante Thornton. You know, he's a little outdated in this economy, but he is flying by my 95 speed Champ Bailey, right? Because that post from drive post is insane. The corner route, I don't know how Parm's going to run it. Oh, he actually ran it very well. Shouts Parm. But really, just the ability to quick snap this play is very nice. That's what's cool about this playbook, because you can just mix between these audibles, right? And just quick snap, man. And you can't really do the same glitch we were doing out of this, where like in Chiefs, you know, we were doing the glitch where you can get glitchy on that. But if you come out in trips, you actually cannot do that, unfortunately. If you came out in bunch, you could, but let's go to the next play, which is the motion white post, man. Let's call it just any coverage. There's really two ways to run this, I should say. You can either streak the slot, and you don't have him as like a seam streak option. Obviously, Nick Amonawari of mid-zone played the absolute piss out of that. That would not be the read. If I were calling it like that, and you played that deep, you would just go ahead and throw your zig route. But, dude, that tight end post, man. That's what makes and breaks this, is like that tight end post. It's just the best route in the game. Like, that short post from the tight end on our new Donald Parham. He gets under every zone. He got played perfectly right there. We're kind of getting bagged right now calling this play. But you guys know what I'm saying, man. Boom, streak, wide open versus whatever coverage that was. If they don't have a safety third or a safety yellow over that, it's just a touchdown on that play. The other way would be putting him on a slant, just like this. This is a very check down-ish play right here. When you have him on that slant, I mean, you're really just trying to abuse how bad yellow zones are, you know? Like, we're really just trying to take advantage of the fact that there's just no yellow zones that guard anything in this game. So, like, look at that. I mean, when you have 3 routes going to the middle, you get that nice little high-low concept. Well, just being able to throw all of them. I feel like I can throw any of them, like, no matter what each play. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a very, very simple bot play that can be mixed in with this unguardable RPO, you know, that we can just throw out there. So, if they don't play defense for the RPO, we can just call that. And if they do play defense for the RPO, it's probably not going to be the best pass defense because they're allocating so much to stop that. That we can just call motion wide post with a slant and get a lot of yards. So That is what makes this playbook. They got some other stuff, which I can look at real quick. But really, man, we're just focusing on the trips, man. The tripses are insane in this playbook. The bunch, obviously insane. The bunch by flex, bunch, not that crazy. The normal off close is honestly not the worst thing ever. You know, they got the PA snag and the Y sail from last year, the Y stick dig. Just a couple of cool plays, but, you know, they got a bunch of split back stuff too. I've never really dove into this one. This type of like split back stuff, but got a bunch of sailbacks and stuff like that, man. But overall, got a bunch of good stuff. They got a cheat tight end double pass. So if you like double passing, doing some cheesy stuff, you can go ahead and do that. But the main goal, focus on coming out or audibly into these trips and just taking advantage of RPOs and all that fun stuff, man. So I'll see you guys in our last playbook. All right, boys. The last playbook we're gonna go over is the LA Chargers playbook. I feel like it caught a lot of steam to start the year. It was very good because corner strike was absolutely broken. That stem down corner play, insane. Drive halfback under was also insane because you could stem down the corner routes. Those were insane, but now that they've been patched a little bit, I feel like it's lost a lot of steam. It's still a very good playbook though. I feel like Skimbo and W store on it, I believe. They got guides on it on MaddenTurf.com. But yeah, man, they got the bunch strong offset. They got the bunch X nasty. Got some other Q formations like tight open, tight off weak, tight offset, tight end. Not that crazy, but cool additions. They did get bunch tight end weak in the most recent update. They got the spacing X we will play win over, but they don't have any of the RPOs. The RPO bubble, they don't have that, unfortunately. They have duo, which is cool, but kind of missing what you want. Trips tight end, so they have good red zone because QB zone, QB strong power, elite red zone offense right there, along with inside zone, verticals, drive post, which we just went over. All those plays are nice. RPO bubble as well. But this is really what people use this playbook for now. They either do it for the bunch strong offset or they do it for the Y off trips close. This is U trips from prior Maddens. They got all the glitchy plays here. They got the little weird, you know, delay slant play on that play. They got sharp corners in this a little bit. They got nice wheel routes from the running back. They got everything you could possibly want in an offense. Sharp corner on scats, wide option wheel, one of the best plays in the entire game. I just lost that in the MCS. And then sharp post from the outside dude. They just have a lot of sharp post, inside zone, a bunch of good stuff. The rest of the playbook, not too crazy, but really just diving in. I mean, they don't really have too much down here either. You know, some pistol. They have a I didn't know that. They have a, was that double pass I saw? Yeah, they got double pass. That's nice. But yeah, they got some I-form for the red zone, which is kind of cool. You know, I-form, stretches, all that stuff. But let's get into it, man. The bread and butter is going to be this bunch strong offset right here. You're going to call Flood, man. Flood is just it's a staple of Madden the last few years. Really college football as well. I feel like everyone in the college scene kind of runs Flood. Could be wrong. But they all run like bunch strong and that type of stuff. But the main play we're going to do first is Flood. And we're literally just going to stem down the corner route. And you can hike it just like this. They have an elite. They have a fast flat from the slot receiver. I don't know why I said elite. They have a fast flat from the slot receiver. That's going to get out there very quick. Beat any, you know, curl flat, anything besides a hard flat is going to beat to the outside. They have a corner route, which we can throw over any curl flat because it is a deep tight end corner route that we're instantly hiking to. And then we also have that fade that's going to pull every zone deep and just take it away just like that. And then if we have a speed advantage, which I don't think we do, yeah, we do a pick. But sometimes versus cover 3 or anything like that, you can throw that fade if you have a speed advantage. I have Dante Thornton there, so he's a little outdated these days, so he's not going to go too crazy. But then we have that backside in route, which is actually going to be able to beat man for us just like that. Stem down. Ooh, it's weird. I don't know why that just got played, but typically that in route is going to do very good versus man-to-man. Just possession catch it, pass lead down, just like that. Very easy reads. But yeah, just a very, very snappable, quick play to run. And then we can go ahead and call Dagger, man. One of the best plays for zone. Pretty sure they're in man right here, so we're going to check out of that. Very similar to what I showed you in Wild Trio in the Jags playbook. But literally, man, we're just going to streak the running back, post the tight end, Jesus, and just hike the ball. Just like this, hike it. Going to get screamed at off the edge. I feel like that's one thing about bunch strong offset. I feel like I've noticed that a little bit. I feel like the blocking is like weird. You know, like it just gets like, it's like very susceptible to edge pressure like that. But, you know, luckily, it's very good at quick passes, so even when they come in free randomly and just instantly want to sack you, you can just throw your tight end drag or your wheel route and just get crazy, man. Just like this. Boom. Tight end post. That one's going to be this is an even better version of Dagger than the Wild Trio play I showed you guys. Because, man, it's impossible to switch stick. Like, if you call Dagger out of this, it is impossible to get switch sticked if they run like a cover 3 or a cover 4. because that deep blue, they cannot leave that deep blue off Malik Neighbor's side. They just cannot leave him. He's gonna be very open for a streak if they do. So literally pass it up because no one's ever switch sticking off that to give up a touchdown. So very, very easy to snap, easy plays. Then they have a duo as well. Duo's very good versus all type of nickels and all that stuff. Kind of had a terrible stick there, but I mean, Josh Jacobs, man, look at Josh Jacobs go with that joystick, speed boost. But yeah, very, very nice, run heavy. You know, because of the duo offense that still has good pass plays. You can still overload the bunch side. Not gonna go over the bunch nasty. We feel like we've already got what we need out of bunch nasty. And then we're gonna look at the trip side, or sorry, the Y trips close. I just lost to this play in the MCS, dude. Y option wheel. If you just corner out your tight end, dude, you get all day, and everything just gets open, man. Like they have a fast flat, which we just went over from Flood. This type of flat route's insane because it just gets to the sideline instantly and stays there, so you can actually throw it early or late. You know, like let's say they had any type of like, let's say for some reason they just want to stop our corner run, so they put like a vert hook, right? Vert hook from there, it's gonna give us so many yards, man. Just pass it like that up the field, 6-yard gain against cover 2. Not gonna get open at all, but you can just do a lot of this. You know, this playbook has a lot of volume to it. And I know not many people will still run it these days, but still a very, very good playbook. Obviously, the trip set ends here and stuff like that. But yeah, man, very simple, but effective playbook. And that's it, guys. If you guys like this type of content, man, where we go over, you know, the best playbooks in the game, leave a like, comment what playbook you're running, man. I'm kind of curious what playbooks you guys run. So let me know, man, and hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys later.